time for an explosive adventure.
2, 1, let's do this!
Oh my God! Jedward are about to surprise a group of sightseers with a tour they'll never forget. They'll go head-to-head to see who will be the best tour guide. There can only be one winner.
The dinosaur footprint.
So who will be victorious?
Crush it.
And who will lose and face an icy dip in the sea? Ooh.
Come with us, there's so much to discover. Crazy adventure with me and my brother. We'll dig up things that will freak you out. This is Jedward's big adventure. Be a tour guide, there's so much to do. There's a whole planet out there and it's just for you. You never know what you find, it will mess with your mind. Clam raisin trails and it's totally wild. Amazing Jedward's big adventure.
John and Edward are taking on their biggest challenge yet, to become the UK's best tour guide. They're visiting our greatest attractions and competing against each other to give the best tour.
Go!
Each with help from a celebrity friend.
Come here! Come here!
Time to head south and find today's location.
This is the life, Edward. Sure is, John. And what better way to relax than with your best friend, Edward? Oh, what's this, John? Here, let me open it. Dear Jedward, welcome to Jurassic Coast. In just 24 hours' time, you will each have to give a guided tour to a party of tourists. But whoever loses will have to go for a forfeit. No, I don't want to lose. Who knows what that could be? John, we need to get some help. Let's call some friends. Hey, Sean and Jess, it's Edward. Hey, Rav. What's up? It's John. I think I need a favor. I need you here urgently. Whoa! You guys got here quick. It's Sean and Jess from the Amazing Girl Group Parade. And Rav Welding from Costco.
Hey.
So what do you guys know about Jurassic Coast?
It's Jurassic.
And it's the coast.
All right, guys, we're going to get some real experts on this, okay? So you guys relax while we go with the facts.
So now the boys are off to find out everything there is to know about the Jurassic Coast. It's a 95-mile stretch of coastline along the south of England, from Devon to Dorset. And what makes it special is the rocks. They date back millions of years to when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Today is John and Edward's only chance to get all the important facts before tomorrow, when they'll compete to give the best private tour, so they'll need to concentrate. Good luck with that.
Imagine going swimming and having that coming to eat you.
There's lots to find out, and now they must get the info from the people in the know. And first up, it's Paddy.
Paddy, what is this place?
This is part of the Jurassic Coast. This is Lyme Regis.
And why is this place so important?
It's one of the best places to find rocks, not just from the Jurassic period, but from the Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous period. The rocks tell us that the Triassic period was hot and dry with very little life. Fast forward 100 million years to the Jurassic period, this area would have been a warm sea with lots of islands. But by the time we get to the Cretaceous period, just 145 to 65 million years ago, we'd have found it a far more pleasant place to live. Oh, apart from the dinosaurs.
Wow! The Jurassic Coast rocks! Ha-ha! Did you like that? Yeah. The red rocks are the oldest, Triassic, then grey, Jurassic, and the youngest is white, Cretaceous. These are all facts Jedward must remember. Oh dear. Tomorrow the twins will be separated and will go head-to-head against one another to be crowned the best tour guide. John will team up with Rav, and Edward will be assisted by Sean and Jess. And they're relying on the boys to get all the info.
Do you actually know anything about the Jurassic Coast?
Nothing.
I think we're in a bit of trouble here.
So far the boys have discovered how old the rocks are. Now they need to look inside them for traces of ancient life, called fossils.
Found one. I found one as well. I found one before you, so I found it in less than a minute.
And if you decide to look for fossils, be careful to follow the fossil code. Notices are on most beaches.
Paddy, look what we found. These fossils.
Well, yeah, those are all fossils.
And what's that?
That's an ammonite.
And what?
An ammonite.
This ammonite. How's it formed?
Well, fossils are the remains of ancient life. It all begins when a living creature dies. Usually a body will decay or be eaten by hungry scavengers. If it's quickly covered in mud or sand, it protects the remains and fossilisation can begin. The process takes a long time, millions of years, as more layers of sediment cover the mud, pushing it down and slowly turning it into rock, sedimentary rock. Minerals in the rock replace the bones, preserving their features. All that's left to do is for us to find it.
Ammonites, fossils and sedimentary rocks. Phew! Already there is so much for the boys to remember for their tour tomorrow.
I know there's like 3 periods. There's Jurassic, there's Triassic, and what's the other one? I don't know.
Tomorrow's winning tour guide will be decided when the tourists face a test. So today, the boys must find out everything they can. Now they're off to meet a lady with a story about a gigantic fossil. There she is.
What's this? What is this?
This is an ichthyosaur. It's a kind of fossil.
An ichthyosaurus. Yeah. And where was this found?
It was found right here in Lyme Regis by Mary Anning.
Who's Mary Anning?
Mary Anning, she's the most famous fossil hunter, and she was 11 years old when she found this. Mary would search the rocks and cliffs looking for fossils which she could then sell to earn a living. But it was dangerous work, and although Mary stayed safe, her faithful dog Trey was killed in a landslide. But brave Mary continued hunting, finding many more fossils that had never been discovered before. Soon people from all over the country were visiting Mary's shop in Lyme Regis. Mary became famous, so much so that we think the tongue twister, "She sells seashells," on the seashore may have been about her.
She sells seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. Break it down, break it down. She sells seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. This seashore right here, she was selling seashells.
The boys are already halfway through their fact-finding mission.
You know, I got a lot of muscles.
It's made of plastic. Careful, that's a priceless replica. Next up, they're about to come face to face with the ultimate sea monster.
This place is totally amazing, Kay. What is this here?
This is the skull of a pliosaur, which is the scariest animal that's ever lived in the sea in all time.
This is such a cool dinosaur.
But it's not. This is a marine reptile. It lived in the sea. The pliosaur was the largest creature of its time, and unfortunately for everything else in the sea, it was carnivorous. It was bigger than a bus and had 4 huge flippers, so it could swim with speed and skill. And unlike other large predators, it had good eyesight, perfect for spotting and hunting its next snack. If the pliosaur hadn't been extinct for 65 million years, no one would ever dare to go in the water.
Ah, don't eat me! Look at the jaw on that thing. How powerful was it?
Well, it's the most powerful jaw in the world ever in all time. If it was alive today, this could crush a car in half.
A car in half like that?
Yeah.
What if they come back?
They won't.
Never?
No.
How do you know?
OK, they might.
If you wait 4 gazillion years. Or you could grow one from a tiny mosquito trapped in amber and keep it in a dinosaur zoo. That could be a film.
Eddie, what do you think of that? It's gonna eat you.
So, where next for our budding tour guides? A quarry, where they're about to find an amazing dino discovery.
What's this? What do you show us?
They found something really special.
It looks like footprints. These are dinosaur prints. So a dinosaur actual foot is actually here.
Yes, and that's the incredible thing about trace fossils, because it's the evidence of the animal actually being in this one spot. How many prints are together at a time will tell us if the dinosaur walked on 2 legs or 4. And the size of the footprints and the distance between them will help us discover just how large it was and how fast it was travelling. And the shape of the footprints can tell us whether the animal that made them was a carnivore or a herbivore. All that fantastic information just from a footprint.
We need to go find footprints. Let's go find more footprints. John, I think there's dinosaur footprints in here. Edward, how are we gonna get it out? I've got an idea.
The dinosaur footprints have really fired up Jedward's imagination. And boys being boys, they want to discover some of their own.
3, 2, 1. Let's do this! Crazy! Eddie, there has to be footprints in here. John, I think you've cleared up too much. There's no footprints. You're right, there's no footprints. We used too much dynamite.
Yes, you did. It's time to head to the final destination. This is Jedward's last opportunity to get hold of more dino details. And this one's a stinker.
What are we doing here? What is this?
Well, I've come to tell you all about the type of trace fossil called a coprolite.
A coprolite.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what do you reckon it is?
Looks like poo.
It is indeed dinosaur poo.
Whoa! Are you joking me?
Coprolites are what we call trace fossils. They help us learn about the behaviour of animals in the past. In order for droppings to become coprolites, they must be quickly covered in sediment before they're destroyed or eaten by insects. Well, can you see bits of something here?
They look like fish scales.
They are indeed fish scales, yeah. Excellent.
Fish scales. I'm getting good at this, John.
So, whatever produced this coprolite would have had a lovely fish supper.
With chips and mushy peas. So now they've heard all the info they'll need for tomorrow's tour. But are the boys already starting to forget some of the details?
What's a copperstone called? I don't know, I can't tell you.
Tell me, I helped you out.
And I can't, okay, I'm against you.
John, tell me what it is.
No, I can't.
John, what's the other thing called? A platform?
It's called a Pokemon.
No, it's not. It's called something else.
Oh, John and Edward will each get 3 of today's stories to recreate for their tourists tomorrow. Now they need to head back to Jedward HQ, meet up with their celebrity assistants, and find out which stories they've got.
Our tasks for tomorrow are to explain how Jurassic Coast was formed. We got the Palasaur, coffee lights. You don't know what these are. Okay. I know what these are. Okay. We got fossils. So you want to know what a fossil is?
Yeah.
John told me, but I forgot. And Mary Anning. She's a girl, and she was collecting fossils, okay? And dinosaur footprints. Okay. All you gotta worry about, okay, is making it fun and interesting and doing whatever I tell you to do.
And I'm gonna get a education.
Yes, you're gonna get dedicated. What do you guys think?
Totally.
Yeah,
You gotta win this.
do this. We gotta do this, Kay.
Yeah,
I have faith in you. You have faith in me. We're gonna go out there. We're the most ultimate team. These tourists are not gonna know what hit them, okay?
Both teams are determined to win and have spent all evening planning. So now it's time for bed. Night, boys.
Night, Edward.
Night, Jess.
Night, Edward.
Night, Jen. We're so gonna win tomorrow.
Oh, totally.
Good night, Rav.
Good night, John.
You better be learning your facts.
I'm learning them.
Oh, morning! It's 6 a.m. on the big day, and Jedward are already up.
Hey guys, it's Edward and John's recording. We're gonna go with the other celebrities, Sean and Jess and Rav. Time to get up! Yeah! Okay. Wake up now! Wake up, sleepyheads! Wake up, guys, time to get up! Time to get up, Sean. Time to get up, Jess. Sean and Jess are now awake, ready to go. Yeah! And enjoy your teammate. Yeah! We're all awake and ready to go, okay? Rav's awake, you guys are awake. Let's go do this.
The party of unsuspecting tourists are now on their way to the Jurassic Coast. And the celebrities are getting nervous.
I don't really know what to expect. I know I'm going to be educated.
I'm not too sure about the forfeits.
We've heard about previous ones, and they're not pretty.
No, they're not pretty.
The tourists are expecting to be taken around the main sites of interest along the coast, and they have absolutely no idea who their tour guides are going to be. It's time for a huge surprise!
Whoa! Just guys!